Dear students, in this lesson, we are going to learn about Eaglewood harvesting techniques. Through this lesson, we can master the manual Eaglewood formation method, determination of harvesting time, and Eaglewood harvesting method. First, let's understand the source of Eaglewood. Aquilaria agalloca or a sinensis, a macrophanerophytes plant of Thymelaceae dicotyledon, will secrete grease in the process of self-repair after being damaged in the natural world, such as lightning, wind breakage, moth biting, or by human-caused act, and the grease will congeal into Eaglewood due to fungal infection. Eaglewood distribution. China's domestic Eaglewood is mainly produced in Hainan, Guangdong, Guangxi, Hong Kong, and Yunnan. Overseas Eaglewood is mainly produced in Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, and other ASEAN countries. Effects: depressing the qi, warming the center, warming the kidneys, and absorbing the qi. Eaglewood is divided into cultivated Eaglewood and wild Eaglewood. Cultivated Eaglewood. The source is the resin-containing wood of Aquilaria sinensis, a plant of Thymelaceae. Aquilaria sinensis will form Eaglewood after being damaged by humans. Wild Eaglewood. Eaglewood formed when Aquilaria sinensis suffers non-human damage in a wild habitat. The Eaglewood formation method is divided into natural and artificial Eaglewood formation. Natural Eaglewood formation. The trunk of the Eaglewood tree is damaged by insects and ants or natural injuries and diseases, stimulating the resin secretion of the Eaglewood tree, which is infiltrated in the local trunk and deposited in the wood for a long time and congealed into the traditional Chinese medicine Eaglewood after many years of natural creation. Artificial Eaglewood formation. Manually damage the trunk of the Eaglewood tree by cutting insects, disease, and fungal infections to stimulate the living tree to secrete resin, which will congeal in the wood and form the Eaglewood after a period of time. There are 6 artificial Eaglewood formation methods. 1. Cutting method. Choose Eaglewood trees 8 to 10 years old, cut several times at a location 1.5 to 2 meters from the ground, with a cutting distance of 30 to 40 centimeters and a wound depth of about 3 to 4 centimeters. After some time, the xylem near the wound will secrete resin, which gradually turns into Eaglewood a few years later. 2. Half-trunk cutting method. Saw a wound on the trunk at 1 to 2 meters above the trunk base, with a depth of 1/3 or 1/2 the trunk thickness. Saw several wounds at different heights along the same direction, with a wound spacing of 30 to 40 centimeters and a wound width of 1 centimeter. After some time, it will be able to form Eaglewood automatically. After a few years, Eaglewood can be harvested from the wound. 3. Hole drilling method. Drill several square holes 2 to 3 centimeters deep and 3 to 4 centimeters wide and high, or round holes of 1 to 3 centimeters in diameter and 3 to 6 centimeters deep on the trunk, 1 to 3 m from the ground, and then seal the holes with mud. The xylem near the small holes will gradually secrete resin and produce Eaglewood a few years later. 4. Artificial Eaglewood formation by microbial inoculation. Big trees over 10 years old are preferred, those 5 to 6 years old can also be used for artificial Eaglewood formation by microbial inoculation. Eaglewood formation method. Usually, an Eaglewood gate is made in the direction vertical to the trunk, with a depth of about 1/3 of the trunk thickness and a mouth width of about 1 to 2 centimeters, and then the gate is filled with Eaglewood formation strains and sealed with plastic film to prevent contamination of other bacteria, insects, and ants. Eaglewood can be harvested a few years later. 5. Eaglewood extraction from withered branches. In nature, Aquilaria sinensis is often withered, rotted, or dead due to insects and ants, disease, and wind-induced fall and crack. These parts often produce Eaglewood. Eaglewood can often be extracted from a withered trunk or root. 6. Biological Eaglewood formation method, commonly known as intravenous drip. Inject the artificially cultured bacteria solution into the tree to form Eaglewood. The above are 6 common Eaglewood formation methods. Next, let's learn about the harvesting period of Eaglewood. The Eaglewood tree is stimulated to form Eaglewood, which takes half a year to 2 years to produce Eaglewood of ordinary quality and 3 to 5 years to produce Eaglewood of high quality, and it may even take 10 to 20 years to produce excellent Eaglewood. When the Eaglewood tree exhibits abnormal signs such as sparse leaf growth, yellowing of its exterior, and localized withering, it is highly likely to have formed Eaglewood. The Eaglewood tree can be harvested all year round, but it is advisable to harvest artificial eaglewood in spring to facilitate the continued growth of bacteria after harvesting. Eaglewood should meet the following requirements before harvesting. The Eaglewood harvesting site of Aquilaria sinensis is the trunk with condensed black-brown or brown aromatic resin. After cutting, the remaining living plants can continue to produce eaglewood. If the tree from trunk to root is producing eaglewood, the whole part should be dug up together and not retained. Harvesting methods: cutting or digging method. Select the black-brown or brown trunk or roots with aromatic resin, cut the trunk with resin, and dig up the roots with resin. That's all for this lesson. Did you get any of it?